What is Bref? This is Bob Bloom, and welcome to my first video. Not just the first video of my new serverless video series, but my first video. And my first videos are a little rough around the edges. What is Bref? A critical thing about Bref is that it is a plugin. Bref is a plugin. I have been working with Bref but hardly see it. I have been stepping through the Bref documentation but have yet to launch a Bref command. Bref is a plugin. Bref is its own free and open source plugin software. That means that to use Bref, you must run that other software. What is Bref? Bref is a plugin. This is the Bref website at bref.sh. This is the home page. I'm scrolling through to give you a quick look. The first time I did this, I was surprised and delighted to see the Laravel logo in the sponsor section. This really got my attention. Bref is written by Matthew Napoli, excuse my pronunciation, who lives in France. It got me wondering what Bref means in English. It means brief, which I'm sure is a reference to Lambda. This is the opening of the Bref online documentation. This is the Bref installation documentation. And the first step, after going to Amazon, is installing the serverless framework. This is the serverless framework's webpage, or website. And the serverless framework's online documentation. And I'll have another video going through a hello world example. I would want to show you a key file in the serverless framework. All the plugins have to have it. So I went back to the serverless frameworks repo in GitHub. I go to any of these plugins, and they all have serverless.yml. So let's take a look at what it would look like. And here's a key part: provider, runtime. So it can get pretty involved. This is the Bref repository in GitHub. And I want to go to the function serverless YAML. And that's what that looks like. Bref is a plugin of the serverless framework. The serverless framework is free open source software that deploys serverless stuff to the various serverless platforms, such as AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. This is the repository of the serverless framework in GitHub. The serverless framework has a plugin architecture. There are 23 AWS-related plugins native to the serverless framework. You can guess which one they don't have. AWS PHP. The serverless framework maintains a separate repository for examples. There are a lot of examples for AWS. My favorite is the joke example for AWS, which is down here. And just for laughs, we'll take a look at what an example looks like. And as you go down, there are ones that are missing. PHP. So the serverless framework has plugin architecture but does not have a native plugin for PHP, but a third-party plugin exists for AWS PHP, and that plugin is Bref.